He came back to that automobile, saw that his car was flat. Do you know who he called? The sheriff department. The sheriffs responded within 2 minutes. I don't know what he did or what he said, but they responded within 2 minutes to assist this gentleman. Ma'am, as you stand at this time, I appreciate that you are involved in the law enforcement of our rights on the Constitution. People from Tallahassee, Florida have been arrested. There are people from Denver. There are people from other areas. Individual cases, as other people have said that have been prior presidents. He stated something very clearly. He said, don't group the people. They're individual cases. So would you agree with that, ma'am?
No, of course I agree, but there's no reason to shoot people in the face with rubber bullets.
Okay. You have to speak to the sheriff about that. Thank you.
To reiterate the point, the people who have been here, and I would encourage you to come out at nighttime and see what type of protest that they're doing. They're shooting fireworks, they're throwing rocks, they have bottles and they're throwing fire. Those are the people that you guys are protecting right now. And regardless if you like it or not, we have videos. You can look on everybody's social media. It's all over the place. Do not come from out of town into our town causing ruckus, causing violence. The community will push back, and we're going to support the sheriff and their use of force to remove these people from our cities because they are a danger. If they shoot a rocket, they miss the cop and go into this apartment building right here where they have children, guess what? The children are affected. If they shoot a rocket or they throw a bottle, it hit a car, and the car has a family. When a grandmother's trying to move them from the area that the people you're supporting is causing violence, guess what? That family is affected. I support the law enforcement. We support the law enforcement. And how we say in our streets, that's what they get.
Yes. This is a small, it's a caption of some of the items that have been recovered from the individuals arrested. As you can see, they came, they almost look like football players with helmets, goggles, heat-resistant gloves, shields, and then different objects to throw, obviously. Mortar rounds, fireworks, glass bottles, water bottles that are frozen solid, and chunks of concrete. You can see a variety of all the different things. And these people... All of these things were seized right here in front of the station. From the corner there, Normandy, to Vermont, within this chunk in front of the station, everything you see here was seized.
And the arrests that you were talking about earlier, are anyone arrested connected to any of this?
Every single one that was arrested had this type of thing. And all of these things are seized from the people who were arrested. This is from... This is the last few nights. Right. Still.
So how many arrests since the Dijon Kizzee shooting? Is there vehicles? Has there been any amount?
Well, there have been 37 people arrested since over the course of the last field force and the response team. You can see the yellow barriers, everything. They've damaged the sign there that's now covered up. That took some serious vandalism, and I don't know what the dollar figure is at, but it's probably going to be a couple of grand probably to fix it up. And but that is the only thing that was damaged because we limited everything away from this. Yes, ma'am.
The community's demanding answers for the involved shooting. What's the latest?
Very good question. First off, we're right in the middle of, we have one interview left to do of one of the involved deputies. Once we have that interview in our very key interview that we have to do first before we can release all the information, because to release it before we interview would compromise the integrity of that interview. And we do not want the coroner released a report prematurely. That had the potential of jeopardizing the interview that had not happened yet. And that is a very important thing, and we're going to push back hard. Then we can be very transparent, and we can release all the information, because it's not going to come at the expense of finding the truth.
Why is it taking so long to interview the deputy?
Well, actually, if you compare this to refuse, they need to have their attorney present, just like if any other suspect or a suspect in a criminal homicide. Yes, ma'am.
Can you tell us how many deputies you've already interviewed and how many actually opened fire?
Well, there's only 2 involved. Yes.
Of information you were going to release.
Yes.
Is this going to be in the form documents, video, printed documents? Can you give us an idea?
We're going to have video with the entire context of what happened, and it will answer all of the questions that you may have. All right?
When do you anticipate that happening?
Well, we're waiting for this one more interview, and then as soon as we get that done, everything else is already ready to roll, and then we'll be able to do it. I'm hoping.
Questions, please. 2 more questions.
Are you cooperating with the Inspector General? Because he wants you to be able to be sharing some of that video evidence. Can you talk a little bit about that process?
The Inspector General was involved from the very onset. He responded to the scene of the shooting. He participated with the homicide investigators in what they call the walkthrough of the investigation, so they had the chances, and we provide a regular update on it. However, we do have concerns about releasing information prematurely, since he was the one responsible for pressuring the coroner to release the Guardado case. So we're not going to
Information from the Inspector General because you're concerned about leaks.
we're not withholding information. He's been able to participate just like in every deputy-involved shooting he has. The only thing that's been different is that he chose not to show up for the autopsy for whatever reason. Everything else is going the same as usual. Yes.
The sheriff's entire department, this department, what are you doing to address that?
Wait, I didn't understand the beginning.
The LASD has statistically been involved in more deputy-involved shootings than a lot of departments across the country. I understand that you're the largest, but are you doing anything to address that going forward?
Statistically, we're no different than last year or the year before. There's an average year to year. There's a standard deviation, and the variability from year to year is not statistically significant. We're pretty much in the same time frame, and really everything control over.
One more question. In the back. Go ahead, sir.
All the different vests and things that are put on, that obviously obscures their typically nameplate like you see here. We also have the added concern that now and they're actually assailing the deputies verbally, accosting them, saying, "Hey, what's your name?" and so forth, because they're trying to dox them. These people are very social media savvy. Name, address, even a photo, an aerial shot of my house on wanted posters in the Compton Station area. So that's just adds to the threat level. So
Does it make it hard to hold those deputies accountable for their actions?
no, because we know who they are. That's not a concern to us. Every single arrest, we know who the deputy arrested them. If there's a use of force, they report to the supervisor. We know who was involved. We're also videotaping it ourselves, so we know who they are. Okay.
Do a brief description of the stuff in Spanish.
Okay. How's that?
I'm going to go to Spanish really quick.
Bien. Para los que están mirando en español, esto no son cosas normales para las personas que están protestando de una forma civil, honrando la primera enmienda de la Constitución. Eso todos son ofensivos diseñados para proteger a las personas del gas lacrimógeno, de todas las armas que son menos que mortales o mortíferas. Y como pueden ver aquí, son cascos duros. Estos son piedras, botellas de agua congeladas de plástico que se convierten en algo peligroso, extremadamente peligroso. Y guantes, todo eso es para tirar el gas lacrimógeno otra vez a los oficiales. Los recogen del suelo ya quemándose. Y eso es lo que están mirando detrás de mí. Okay. It was a deputy-involved shooting in the 500 block of South Bradfield Avenue, Compton, right around 6 in the morning. We had, when they attempted to serve the search warrant, they came under fire immediately from the suspect who was the subject of the search warrant. And there was exchange of gunfire. Actually, there was multiple exchanges of gunfire. The suspect attempted to set fire to the garage and get rid of the evidence, and that's what happened. Yes, the suspect was pronounced deceased at the location.
Any deputies?
Deputies, fortunately, were not hit.
Thank you, Sheriff.
All right, thank you all.
I want to thank you for coming. This concludes our press conference.